Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I was going to maybe skip comments today just in the interest of moving this thing along, but
Mr. Hurt from
but didn't want to be the only one left out of this dialogue. No, the legal fees issue continues to bother me, Mr. DeMarco. The fact that the citizens have spent over $162 million already with no end in sight on legal fees for people at the GSEs who plundered it, quite frankly. And maybe they're innocent until proven guilty, but prima facie evidence to me indicates they deserve to go through the ringer. But anyway, I wonder if there's any other organization in America, in the world, in the universe, where an organization would obligate itself to spend that kind of money defending its officers and directors against fraud. Do we know of anywhere else that's ever happened in the history of mankind?
Yes, sir, Congressman. Frankly, every major any publicly traded corporation in the United States is going to be providing indemnification to its employees, and in fact, such indemnification is typically required and stipulated for under state law. So this is not unusual at all that Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac employees are indemnified by the companies for actions they take as employees of the company. And it is quite common, and it's basically a near universal practice in corporate America. Now, whether the companies get so the indemnification is to provide legal protection to the employees for actions that they take. There's a great deal of case law governing this, and frankly, companies have tried in the past to not honor those indemnification agreements, and there's a good bit of case history here. The courts don't look very well upon that. It may be interesting to you and other members of this subcommittee. I testified at length on this topic before a different subcommittee of the House Financial Services Committee, in which we went through, in some detail, both what the legal standards are here and how this is working. But to your point, Mr. Posey, it frustrates me that the companies are in this situation, but I will respect that this is a requirement that is there. It's something that is standard practice, and I believe that while we may be concerned about the behavior or practices and actions of past officers of these companies and the losses that these companies have had, that I have a responsibility to respect the law, and the legal process that is necessary to be followed here needs to be followed, and that's what we're doing. So I may not like it, but I believe that this is the right thing to do given current law, and I think to do otherwise would in fact lead to an overall increase in legal fees for both FHFA and the companies, which would drive up costs to the taxpayers. So I share the concern about this, but I do believe that we've looked at this carefully, and this is what needs to be done.
So it's common practice then for companies to obligate themselves to unlimited advanced legal fees for officers and directors. I mean, $162 million would bankrupt most companies. I can't believe that, the average, whatever the average company is in the United States or small business, could endure that amount of legal expenses. I mean, it just, to be totally unlimited, I mean, this could go on for 10 years and reach $1 billion. I mean, who knows?
I would not expect that, Congressman, but there are other very large financial institutions that are subject to enormous amounts of litigation by shareholders and by others. And this is the practice that these officers and employees are indemnified. There is an advancement of legal fees, and I would not expect that as large as this number is, that other major financial institutions that have been subject to enormous amounts of litigation don't have similar issues. The difference is...
And again, I can't think of many private corporations that have ever been plundered as bad as these guys plundered ours. I mean, so there's some context there. Have we taken any action? Have we asked for any criminal investigations against these people?
I'm sorry, Congressman. Could you repeat the question? I didn't.
Have we taken any action for the GSE to recover from these people?
If someone that has been indemnified is found guilty in an adjudicated matter that of fraud or malfeasance or the various, whatever the legal standards are, that is a basis for recovery of the advancement of legal fees. The indemnification itself is
I understand that, but obviously they would be broke by then by the time they get the judgments. And I think given the facts, a third grader...
The gentleman's time.
A third grader could figure out the guilt here and that we're wrong to continue to defend it. And I yield, obviously.